everyone, and welcome back to class. We're going to be looking at limits, but in a very different way now. We're going to be looking at left hand limit and right hand limit. How do we evaluate left hand and right hand limit? Remember, a limit of a function is only in existence when the left hand limit and the right hand limit are equal. So let's look at the question at the board. Find the right and left hand limit of the function defined as follows. F of x is equal to, the right part you have the absolute of x minus 4 over x minus 4 when x is not equals to 4, and here you have it 0 when x is what? Equals to 4. We are going to check the left hand and the right hand limit. Let's have something like this. This is 4, then this point is like 4.1, 4.2, this is like 3.9, 3.8. This is your left hand limit and this is your right hand limit. So let me put it right hand limit and left hand limit. Now left hand limit, when it is approaching 4 from the left part, you get, so the values of it can be 3.8, 3.9, 3.91 or whatever it is before it gets to 4. Whereas when it's approaching 4 from your right hand limit, it can become 4.2, 4.1 till it gets to the point 4. So if you check carefully, this point here, if I have my x here, it is less than 4. And here, if I have my x here at this point, if my x is here, it is going to be greater than 4. So you see, that's the idea of left hand limit and right hand limit. If I have values for my x, x can be 3.8, x can be 3.9 till it gets to 4 at this point. Why this place x can be 4.1 or 4.2 till it gets to the point 4. So it is approaching 4. So we're asked to look for the limit of this. We're going to have the limit of f of x as x approaches 4. You see, now I'm going to use my left hand limit, and you know, if I'm looking for my left hand limit, I'm going to have something like this. It means that my x is going to approach 4 minus, right? Let me just use it as left hand, 4 negative. And if I'm using left hand, my value of x here is less than 4, right? Which means like x is actually going to be less than 4 if I'm using my left hand limit. Good. Then come to this point here. I have x minus 4 absolute. Absolute means it has to be a positive number. Even by the end, if I get negative number by the end of the day, I would need it to be positive. So in this scenario, if my x, as we have here, is less than 4, so if I subtract 4 from less than 4, I'm going to have a negative number, right? That negative number, I take the absolute, is going to be positive. So I can have something like this, minus x minus 4. You see that? So that this, since x is less than 4, that number minus 4 is going to be negative. So negative multiplied by negative is going to give me positive, which is the absolute of this. You see that? So that's what I'm going to use here. So I'm taking the limit as x approaches minus 4, or 4 minus, of f of x. And f of x is what? X minus 4 over x minus 4. So this is going to give me the limit as x approaches 4 minus. Now x minus 4 absolute, look at what I have here. So I'll put minus x minus 4 over x minus 4. So this and this will go. I'm going to have the limit as x approaches 4 minus of what? Minus 1, which is going to give me minus 1. So that's my left hand limit. And remember I said a limit is in existence in this form now if the left hand limit is equal to the right hand limit. So I've got to my left hand limit because this is when it gets to minus. Then let me see for my right hand limit. What am I going to get when I do for the right hand limit. So let me clean this off. So for the right hand limit, you know that my x is less than 4 for the left hand. So for the right hand, my x is going to be greater than 4 because it's coming from the right hand side now. So I'm going to have the limit as x approaches this positive. This is going to be x minus 4 over x minus 4. So since this one is positive, it's just going to give me the limit as x approaches the positive of 4, the right hand, then x minus 4 over x minus 4. So if this 2 goes, I'm going to have 1 by the end of the day. So you see, I have 1 here, and here I have minus 1. I have 1 and I have minus 1. And the definition of this limit is the left hand limit must be equal to the right hand limit. So I have 1 and I have minus 1. The both numbers are not equal. In that form, it means that the limit does not exist. The limit doesn't exist. So you see, that's just how it is. If you're looking for left hand limit and right hand limit, you check them using this way, and then you compare the both answers. If they exist, you will know. If they both of them are the same, it means the limit exists. But when the both of the numbers, the left and the right hand limit, are not the same, then the limit does not exist. If you are still confused, you can ask whatever question you want on the comment section, and I'll do fine to answer your question. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do, so that you'll be among the first to receive all my videos that will be coming out. Until then, I'll see you in the next class.